television, movie, Tony Award-winning legend, Jesse L. Martin. Welcome to Jason Unleashed. How are you?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm awesome. First, I'm excited to talk to you because I've watched you on TV for years, brother. Like Ally McBeal, Law and
Oh
Order.
my God, you took it
Yeah,
way back.
way back. But that's because I know great talent when I see it. And so I follow the careers of the greats. And Jesse, you are one of the greats. How are you feeling?
Oh my God. First of all, I feel quite grateful that you even talk like that to me. That's fantastic. It makes me feel good. I appreciate it. And I feel great, man. I'm super grateful to be alive. I'm grateful that it's a sunny day. I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that I'm playing a character that I absolutely adore, that I'm working with people that I absolutely adore, that I have a dog, that things are good.
Things are good. What kind of dog do you have?
I have a Australian Shepherd Border Collie mix named Romeo.
Romeo. So I have two dogs, two pit bulls. But the love affair with our animals is like nothing I've ever
Like
experienced.
nothing, me neither. This is the first time I've ever had a dog,
Me
and
too.
I can't believe I've never had it before. It changes everything. Literally changes everything. I've literally moved house because I wanted my dog to be more comfortable.
Same for us. We were looking for a place that we could have a yard for the dogs. We had one dog, but I feel you. We are kindred spirits in that sense. The Irrational,
Yeah,
the first season of the
and
show. What's that,
you
Jesse?
want to talk about behavior? You know, dogs change behavior in
They do.
people.
Well, that's why they say people prefer dogs over humans. I completely agree with that, but I also agree that animals can change your life and are just so soothing and so calming. This show, Jesse, first of all, congratulations on a season two.
Thank you so much. Super grateful to get there.
And I love watching you play Alec Mercer because one, as I said, you're such an incredible actor, but I can tell you really like this character, and also your comedic timing in a procedural drama like this is uncanny. Because yes, Alec is
Wow.
he's demure, but yeah, he has these quips that are just like, okay, yeah, I see what he's picking up.
Well, listen, that's kind of you to say. And I don't think of myself as a comic actor in any way, shape, or form. And a lot of that has to do with really, really good writing. I can tell you probably half the time you think I'm trying to be funny, I am not. I'm not trying to be funny at all. I'm just trying to get to the point. And if that makes it funny and you saw it that way, that makes me feel so good because you never could have told me that I had comic timing that way.
Well, I don't get the sense that you're trying to be funny. What I'm taking from Alex's character is that you are so invested and it's such a nuanced character that takes different muscles to bring to fruition in this show. That's really great. And I love the diversity on this show. I think it's
Really.
great that in a time where television isn't the entertainment industry is in a bad way right now, and there's a lot of unscripted TV that is taking precedent over procedural scripted dramas. I'm glad that NBC
Sure.
is like, oh no, we're giving this a season two. And where do we find the professor in season two?
Well, anyone who's paid attention to season one knows the cliffhanger there was Alec Mercer, my character. He has a new love in his life,
Yeah.
Rose Dinshaw, who's played by the wonderful Karen David. And at the end of season one, she ends up missing. She gets kidnapped. So that is the big cliffhanger. And when you join us for season two, the first episode is the big mystery of what happened to Karen and what we can do to save her.
I love that.
And that
What
obviously
happened to Karen?
takes because I absolutely love her, uh, both in real life and on television. She's a fantastic person, but Alec is absolutely consumed with what happened to his new love.
Yeah, well, the chemistry is palpable too. I mean, again, great writing, great performances all around. Jesse, I told my mom I was talking to you today, and she said, "Oh, he's fine. He is fine. He has one of the
Oh my
best
God,
noses in the business." I'm like, "Yeah, his nose is great."
nose!
Yeah, dude, Jesse, your nose is great.
I have a great nose. Your mom said that.
Yeah, and I agree with her. Yes, we've always like we used to watch The Flash, and we'd be like, "Hot!" Like it's just symmetrical. It's just all the things like you pop on screen. You're
Well,
like leading man energy.
that is probably the nicest compliment I've heard in a long time. You please tell your mother I said thank you, and
I
my
will.
mom thanks you too, because I probably got it from her.
I get it from my mama. When you look back on your career, Jesse, like I said, you've been on some incredible shows, Broadway, like all the things, man, all the things as an actor. What are you still hungry for? Has it become, I don't want to say old hat because you still love what you do, but how do
Sure.
you reinvigorate and re-energize and stay creative and stay hungry after all these years of
Well,
being so stellar?
well, I don't know if it's a big secret, but like my go-to is always try to find a way to get back on stage. I love being on television. I love the TV career. I love that the trajectory has led me to this great role and this great piece to work with NBC. It's fantastic. But the thing that always recharges me is getting back on stage with stage actors. There's nothing better than a curtain rising and you being responsible for a story in 2 hours or 2.5 hours, where when they say go, you have to produce. And the back and forth with an audience, a live audience, is one of the most invigorating things in the world. It's like church to me. So if I have, faith outside of faith in God, I have faith in, that communication that happens in the Grand Ole Theater. So that's the thing that keeps me moving. That's the thing I'll always find places to learn in. So it keeps me moving. And the fantastic thing about television is if you get to a point where you have any kind of influence, you can bring in some of those fantastic actors that we all know from the stage, right? And I don't think, I may be biased, but I don't think anybody does it better than actors who've been trained in the theater. And we certainly try to pull them in as much as we possibly can. I got to see a lot of that when I was working on Law and Order. We were at Broadway adjacent,
Yeah.
in New York City. So we were able to bring in so many talents from the stage. And there was oftentimes we had to fix the schedule so they could get to the theater that night. So they're on the street with me and Jerry Orbach or S.J. Pathan Murkison. And then we had to get them off camera and on stage. And that is the most thrilling life for an actor ever. So I will always return there. That what keeps me invigorated.
There's something to be said about the scrappiness of that type of actor because as you said, you're
Sure,
running from place to place, making it work and making it happen, all
sure.
while making it happen on stage, leaving it all behind and
Yeah,
leaving it all on the stage. I mean, not everyone can do that. It takes a certain kind of comeuppance and muscle building in theater to be able to have that translate, that ethic translate. You
absolutely.
know what I
That's a
mean?
great word.
Yeah.
Ethic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great word.
Well, Jesse, before I let you go, I have to know because as someone who has been so successful and you understand like what it takes to mentally wrap your head around all of this, working a rigorous schedule, traveling, being abroad, what does self-care look like for you? How does Jesse unwind?
Well, one thing we've already talked about is having animals in your life,
Yeah.
right? There's nothing more humbling. And I hear this from people who have children. I don't have kids, but I hear this where, nothing matters when it comes to, taking care of your loved ones. If
Right.
your dog says, I want to eat, you got to feed them. If your dog says, I want to go play, you have to stop everything you're doing and everything you're stressing about and play. So that certainly helps. It also helps to be doing something that you absolutely love doing. So that in most cases, it doesn't feel like you're working hard. It feels like you're enjoying hard. And
Yeah.
that's a whole different road to walk on, right?
Right.
So most days, I work a lot and TV is a schedule. There's no way around it. But most days I'm quite happy to be there.
Yeah, it shows, man. You can catch the Jesse L. Martin in The Irrational Season 2 when it premieres October 8th, 10 p.m. Eastern on NBC. And you can also stream it on Peacock. Jesse, thank you so much for your time, man. Good luck. And here's to an incredible season 2.
Thank you so much, man. It is an absolute pleasure.